I'm Amanda and welcome to the first of many quilt block tutorials for 2015. I have lots of fun and informative videos planned for you this year, centered all around quilting and sewing and crafting and everything else in between, so hopefully you will enjoy those. So let's start the year with a good old-fashioned quilt block tutorial, and this time around I'm showing you how to make the very simple, very basic, very easy economy block. I first came across this block while I was browsing on Pinterest. As you do, I'm always on Pinterest, and I thought this would be such a great block to start the year off, especially if you're new to quilting and you want something that's a little bit different to just piecing together squares. This block is also great for those fabrics that you want to fussy cut. So if you have a fabric that has a dominant type of print or picture on it and you just want to sort of center on that, this is really great for that. In this particular block I have fussy cutted the center square. I also did it with this block as well. I really liked the owls, and because of the placement it's really hard to sort of use this just in a normal everyday patchwork. So I thought I'd give it a go and put it in this block, and I think it looks really great. However, if you don't have a particular fabric that you want to fussy cut, you can simply use just a all over printed fabric and it still looks just as good. So if you're curious in how to make this block, this is how you do it. To make this block, you will need to cut one 5-inch square from one fabric, two 4-inch squares from another fabric, and two 5.5-inch squares from another. Start by first cutting the two 4-inch squares in half with a rotary blade and ruler, leaving you with 4 triangles. Next, fold the 5-inch square in half and press 2 small creases with your fingers, marking the center points of the square. Fold a triangle in half, pressing a small crease in the middle. Then match together the 2 creases and place a pin in the center of the 2 pieces. Spin the square around and do exactly the same thing with the opposite side. At the sewing machine, sew a 1/4-inch seam along one pinned edge, then turn it around and sew along the other side. With a hot steamy iron, set the seams and then press each triangle open. Then repeat the same step of folding the square and triangle in half, marking the center points, and piecing them together evenly in the center with a pin. Sew 2 more 1/4-inch seams along the pinned edges, and then pressing them open with a hot steamy iron. And before sewing on the next set of triangles, carefully trim off the dog ears and any uneven edges from around the block. Stack the 2 5.5-inch squares on top of each other and cut them in half, leaving you with 4 triangles. Fold one of the triangles in half, pressing a small crease in the middle. Line up the creased mark at the point where the 2 previously sewn triangles meet. Place a pin in the center, and because this edge is a little longer, I'm placing 2 more pins to help keep the triangle in place. Then spin the block around and do exactly the same thing with the opposite side. And just like before, sew a 1/4-inch seam along each pinned edge, and then press each of the triangles open with a hot steamy iron. Repeat the same step with the last 2 triangles by first folding, then pinning, sewing, and finally pressing. And then lastly, trim off the dog ears and any wonky seams. The final size of the block should be around 24 centimeters squared or 9.5 inches squared. So you've seen at the start and just there at the end that this block can be made pretty much any way you want with any types of fabric or colorway, and if you have pieces big enough, this is also a great block to use up some of your scrap fabric And because you have the option of fussy cutting the center square, this is a great block to use for I Spy quilts. So of course let me know if you're going to give this block a go. All the places that you can contact me are down below. I would love to see the different ways that you make up this block. So I'm just going to move on to something a little bit different now and tell you something pretty exciting. Well, I think it is anyway. So most of you might already know that throughout December I was uploading 2 videos a week. I was uploading every Sunday and Wednesday, and I've actually decided to continue doing that for January. I really enjoyed the process of planning and filming and editing and uploading the videos last month, so I thought I would sort of continue doing it this month just to see how it goes. So right at the moment all of my videos are planned right until the first week of February, so if you have anything that you would like me to demonstrate or chat about after that, let me know down in the comments and I will definitely put it on the list. So I'm really excited to be presenting these videos to you this month. Hopefully you enjoy what I've got to offer. And if this is the first video of mine that you are watching and you're not subscribed and you want to see what I do this month, subscribe. I would love to have you come and join us. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you another time very soon. Bye!